Hello everyone, welcome to Gurudev Banking Academy. I am Deepika. Let's start the today's session, which is on percentage part 2. So to better understand today's session, I hope you have gone through my previous class, which is on frequently asked questions from percentage part 1. Okay, so to better understand, please go through my video. If not, please watch it and come back to this session. Okay, so in this today's session, see, as you know, in previous class already we have discussed few concepts. Based on that concepts, I have given some homework questions, right? I hope you have ready with that questions. You have practiced that questions. So whatever the correct answers you are getting, just check it over here. Okay? Yes. So these questions already we have discussed in the previous class. So two concepts I said, right? One is a fruit-based concept, as well as one more questions we have taken. That is one more concept we have learned in previous classes based on the elections, right? So in today's session, along with these questions, that is whatever we have given homework, right? Along with that, few more concepts we'll practice today. Okay, so let's start the session today. So these questions I have given as a homework in previous class. Okay, I hope you have ready with these questions, already have done this, right? So if not, if you are getting any confusion, just listen once again. Okay, so let's start with this question. So the question is based on the fruit based, right? So in case of this, what the question is saying, fresh fruit contains 68%. Yes, the fresh fruit, if I assume it as 100%, out of 100%, what is the quantity of water? The quantity of water they have given us how much? 68%. Yes. So out of 100, 68% is of water, in the sense what is the leftover, which is 32%. The 32% is what? The 32% is of pulp quantity, am I right? Yes. So similarly, in case of dry fruit contains, that dry fruit containing 20% of water. So in case of dry fruit, the water quantity is of how much? It is of 20%. Yes. Out of 100, the 20% is of water, in the sense what is the left here? So how much it is? 80% is remaining, right? So the 80% is of pulp. Can I say? Yes. So please, that is it. Go through the previous video, class once again, guys. Okay. So as we know, as water evaporates, the pulp quantity will be remain constant, right? So based on that logic, we can see, right, what it is, how much dry fruit can be obtained from 100 kg of fresh fruits. Yes, the question is the quantity of 100 kg, whatever the 100 kg is given, this quantity is of what? Fresh fruit. Okay, in this 100 kg, how much quantity of dry fruit can be obtained? That is your question mark. So that means we don't know. Let us take it as X. Yes. As we know, water evaporates, pulp quantities remains constant. Using that logic, can I say in this 100 kg, 32% is of pulp. So can I take 32% of 100 is equal to 2? In case of dry fruit, we don't know what is the quantity, that we need to find out. So in case of dry fruit, what is the quantity of pulp here? The quantity of pulp is how much? It is 80%. So 80% of X. Now just simplify the equation, percentage, 1 0 1 0. Next 8 ones are 8 fours are. So 4 into 10 is how much? It is of 40 kg. Is it? I hope it is clear for everyone. So just check whether you have done right or not. Okay? Yes. So the right answer for this question is what? It is of third option, which is 40 kg. Okay? Yes. Let's take the next question, which I have given as a homework. Yes. So this is also one of the same concept, guys. Okay, you might be got the answer. If not, just go through whatever it is there. Okay. Yes. Now in case of this question, a cricket team owns 60% of 120 matches. Okay. So the question is may not be of fruit based concept, but logic should be matched. Okay. Just try to understand. So out of 120 matches, the cricket team has owned 60%. Okay, out of 120 matches, only 60% of matches has been owned by the cricket team. Yes, out of 120 matches, only 60% matches has been cleared, in the sense, what about the remaining 40%? Remaining 40% they have lost. Is it clear? So winning is that whatever they have won, that they have given in terms of percentage, which is 60%. The remaining 40% is the lost one, right? Yes. Next. Okay. Till last year, whatever they have played, out of that, 60% they have won. Similarly, okay. Next, how many more matches should be win consecutively so that the winning percentage of the team would be 70%? Try to understand this question. So we need to find how many more matches should be played, okay, to win consecutively. Try to understand that word. This consecutively word is very, very important, because along with this 120 matches, they have to play few more. So whatever the matches they will play, right? Whatever the matches they will play, they have to win in such a way that their winning percentage should be 70%. Okay, try to understand. It is of not individual matches. Along with 120 matches, they have to continue. Okay, so that is the reason why this consecutively is very, very important here. Okay, if this is not there in the sense, I would have considered the different matches. Clear? Yes. Since consecutively is there, along with this 120 matches, they have to play few more matches such that their winning percentage should be of 70%. Yes. So we don't know how many more matches should they have to play, right? Yes. If their winning percent is 70% in the sense, obviously, what about this 30%? That 30% they have lost. Yes. Now just try to understand this. So using the same concept, water evaporates, pulp quantity will be same. We can use the same logic here. Just try to analyze here. Since the matches are same, winning percentage can be taken as constant, in the sense whatever the loss they have done, it is constant, right? So which means 40% of 120 is equals to 30% of x. Is it clear? 40% of 120 is equals to 30% of x. So whatever the loss is there, so it is constant. Okay. So further, if I simplify percentage, then 30 ones are 34s are. So 14 into 4 is how much? It is 160. So which is nothing but, so see, try to understand guys here. Now whatever the answer we are getting 160, it is not more matches. So along with the including 120 matches, it is 160. So in a total, totally they have played how many matches? 160. In this total 160 matches, already how many they have played? Already they have played how many matches? 120. So which means out of 160, 120 already they have played, in the sense, how much left here? The 40 is there, right? So that answer for this question is what? That 40 they have played more matches. Okay? Along with the 120 matches, 40 more matches they have played. Because of that 40 matches, that score, whatever the winning percentage is there, it reaches to 70%. Is it clear? So right answer for this question is what? Option third, which is 40. Okay, those are getting the answer. Just check this one. Okay, yes. So these are the questions which I have given as a homework. So in today's session, we'll start with the question number 8 with new concept. Okay, yes. So this question is based on income. In case of percentage, that fruit-based concept we have seen, and based on elections we have seen. Along with this, one more concept which is very, very important is based on income. Yes. Before starting with this question, I think you might be aware about some basics of income. Okay. If not, just try to understand here. Suppose if I say income of a person is 1,000 rupees. Madam, this much low income. Okay, just try to understand. Just I have taken it as an example. Suppose a person's income is 1,000 rupees. In this 1,000 rupees, what they have done? They spent 200 rupees. Okay? Spent in the sense, isn't it the expenditure? Yes. They have spent 200 rupees. Out of, see, the income is 1,000 rupees and already they have spent 200, in the sense, what is left here? 800. Now, what is that 800? 800, isn't it the savings? Yes. So, out of 1,000, 200 they have spent, in the sense, whatever the left is there, isn't it the saving? Which means it is of 800. Okay, which means if I add savings as well as whatever the amount they have spent, so isn't it the equal to 2,000, which is income, right? So based on this logic, can I say income is equals to, okay, let me write on. Can I say income is equals to expenditure plus savings? Okay, always try to remember guys, based on these questions, like based on income questions, we need to remember this condition. Okay, so income is equals to expenditure plus savings. Okay, yes, out of 3, if we don't know anything, we can substitute here and we will get that value. Okay, yes, now let's begin with this question number 8. So a government servant spends 76% of his income. Try to understand what the government servant, what he is doing. He has spent 76% of his income. Just try to understand, he is not spending all the income. Only 76% of income they have spent. Okay. So if I consider the total income is 100%. Okay. If I consider the total income is 100%, out of this 100%, how much the servant is spent? 76%. Am I right? Yes. Out of 100%, 76% has been spent, in the sense how much it is left. So 100 minus 76, so which is 2, which is 24%. Is it clear? So if not, you just check once again. 76 plus 4 will be 80, 80 plus 20 will be 100. Is it clear? Yes. This is actually, guys. But what is the next sentence here? In case of this, if his income is increased by 14%, now actual income is 100%. Now along with this, whatever the actual income is there, now what they have done? So income has been increased by 14%. Okay, now try to understand. If I assume my income is 100 rupees, the 14% of this will be how much? What is the 14% of 100? 14% of 100 is it nothing but the 14 rupees, right? So previously they used to get 100 rupees. Now extra, how much extra rupees they are getting? 14 rupees, isn't clear? Yes. So now what is the final income for this person? 114. Is it clear? Yes. Along with the income, they have started that his expenditure is increased by 10%. Okay. Along with the income, expenditure also increased. See, you may get one doubt. Madam, it is always an increment only? No. Sometimes there are cases that decrement also will be there. Okay. So in case of this, that expenditure is also increased by 10%. So already they used to spend 76 rupees. Okay. So consider this as a rupees 76, 24 rupees and 100 rupees. So if, see, previously they used to spend 76, in the sense, what is the 10% of 76? Okay. See, you might be knowing this. As I said, conversions of percentage to fractions should be important, right? So 10% is how much? It is 1 by 10. So 110 of 76 is how much? It is 7.6. Which means that 7.6 is extra amount which he is spending. So 76 plus 7.6 will be how much? Isn't it equal to 83.6? 76 plus 7 will be 83. 83.6. Okay? Yes. Now, his income is 114 rupees and he is spending 83.6. To get to savings here, what can be done? From total income, can I subtract the expenditure, whatever he is doing? Yes. 114 minus 83.6. Okay. So 114 minus 83 is how much? It is 31. So 31 minus 0.6 is how much? It is 30.4. Is it clear? So it is 30.4. Okay. So finally income is 114 and the expenditure is 83.6. So savings we got it as 30.4. Yes. Now once we get the data here, now what the question is saying? Then find the percentage increase. Try to understand, guys. Then find the percentage increase, or they may say percentage decrease. Okay. Find the percentage increase in his savings. Okay. And correct to 2 decimal places. Okay. So we need to find the percentage increase in case of savings. Previously they used to save 24 rupees. Now how much is paying? 30.4. What is the margin of this? So 24 and 30.4 minus that margin you take. So 30 minus 24 is 6. So 6.4, isn't it? So what is the margin here? It is 6.4. So this extra they are saving, right? So in terms of percentage is there. Suppose if they say what is the difference between the savings amount previously they used to do and now. So then the answer is 6.4 only. But what the question is here? The question is based on the percentage. Yes. So in case of this, 6.4 margin is whatever we are getting. So based on what? It is out of 24, isn't it? It is out of 24. So see, always remember one thing, guys. Percentage increment or decrement, it should be always on the initial value. Am I right? So comparison will be always done to the initial value only. Yes? So the margin is compared out of this 24. Since it is percentage, it is into 100. Is it clear? Yes. Now next. So this point, see, if you know the direct calculation, you can do it, or else just convert this 6.4 as a fraction, which is 64 upon 10. Okay? So otherwise, just observe the calculation here. So point as well as 10 will be getting cancelled. Next. 64 is there, 24 is there, right? So just cancel out this with 4 table, 4 6 are, 4 1s are, 4 6 are 24. So overall we left 16 into 10 is 160. 160 upon 6. See, they are not asking to find us the approximate value. So we have to correct to 2 decimal places. So that whatever the answer we will get, right, it is in terms of decimal. Am I right? Yes. So 160 upon 6. 160 upon 6 in the sense it is 6 2s are 12. Then 40 left in the sense it is a 6 6 are, right? 6 6 are 36. So point will get. Now see, no need of solving this. Just once you observe the options here. So in case of this, 26.67 percentage. If we calculate further also, you'll be getting 26.67 percentage. Is it clear? So finally, the right option for this is option 3, which is 26.67 percentage. Is it clear? So this is the question based on the income, guys. So if I assume this as 100%, then if I deduct, then it will be very easy. So there are many methods to solve the questions based on this income. So this is one of the good method. So just try to analyze. If you didn't understand, please revise once again and just understand. Is it clear? Yes. So let's take the next question. Okay. Yes. So the one question in today's session we have used the concept of income, right? Similarly, this is another question which is based on the marks. Okay. This is also one of the important question, guys. Okay. And this question is already they have asked in IBPS PO exam last year. Okay. So try to understand this question. So what it is? In an examination, P secured 40% marks. Okay. And he failed by 40 marks. Try to understand here. So in case of this type of question, P secured 40% of marks. In the sense, do we know what is exact total marks? We don't know that. Okay. So total marks is we don't know. Let us consider the marks as M. So if I say total marks as 100, for 100, 40% they have scored, in the sense 40% of 100 will be how much? It is 40, right? So similarly, we don't know exactly what is the total marks. So if I consider this as marks, so 40% of the maximum marks scored by P. Is it clear? Yes. Now next. And see, what are the maximum marks are there? For that maximum marks, he scored only 40%. And due to this reason, he may pass or he may fail. That is what the condition is given. And he failed by 40 marks. Okay. So whatever the maximum marks are there, in that maximum marks, 40% they have scored. Still, even though they scored 40%, the person is failed here. He failed by how many marks? He failed by 40 marks. Is it clear? Yes. Now try to understand one thing, guys, here. Okay. Now see, suppose if I take one example, if total marks is 100. Okay. If total marks is 100. So usually if the paper is for 100 marks, 36% will be the passing marks. Am I right? Yes. So if I take 36% of total marks, which is of 100, so percentage will get cancelled. So what will be the passing marks here? The passing marks will be 36, isn't it? Yes. Now, according to the question, what happens in the sense, the person is, see, if you score exactly 36 or more than 36, then you will clear the exam, which means you pass the exam. But if you want, see, if the person is failed, in the sense, he will not reach to 36 marks, which means 36, that below that 36 he is scoring. Okay. Now if I say a person has attended exam and he scored 26% of maximum marks. Try to understand here. the person has scored 26% of maximum marks. Now, according to me, what I have taken, maximum marks I have taken as 100, right? So, what is the 26% of 100? Isn't it the 26? Yes. Now, actual passing marks are 36 in the sense he scored 26. Obviously, he failed by 10 marks, isn't it? Okay. Now, see here. Actually, they have to score 36 so that the person will be passed. But what happens? He scored only 26, which means he failed it, right? So, he failed by how many marks? Can I say 36 minus 26 is how much? 10 difference marks, right? So, can I say now, this person who has scored 26%, he failed by 10 marks. Now, can you tell me, just think of once, can you tell me, if he failed by 10 marks in the sense, to get the passing marks, should I add the 10 marks or should I subtract it? I should add it, right? So, if I add 26 plus 10, then I will be getting 36, which is passing marks. Okay, try to understand once again. Okay, yes. So, which means he failed by 10 marks in the sense we will be adding to get a passing marks of 36, right? Similarly, in case of this question, the person failed by 40 marks. In the sense, few more, that 40 more marks should be scored by the person to clear that exam. Is it clear? Yes. Now, similarly, while in the same exam in the sense, this is very, very important condition, guys. See, same exam in the sense, the maximum marks will be same. Is it clear? Yes. So, in the same exam, Q secured 70% marks and his marks are 20 more than the passing marks. Is it clear? Now, about Q, what the condition they have given? Okay, in the same exam, Q secured 70% marks. Okay, now can I say, if the maximum marks are M, in that 70% they have scored. And due to this reason, in this time, the Q has not failed. According to the question, what he is saying, he passed the exam. And whatever the score he obtained is of 20 more marks. Okay, now see, whatever the previous example I have taken, passing marks are 36 in the sense, whatever the students score 26 in the sense, what happens? I need to add 10 more marks. Suppose if I say passing marks are 36 and if the person is scored 46 marks, isn't it the 10 marks more? Isn't it? Just think of once, guys. 36 are the passing marks in the sense. If the person is scored 46 in the sense, 2 passing marks, isn't it the 10 marks more? Yes. So, if it is 10 marks more in the sense, to get a passing marks, I should deduct the 10 marks from obtained marks, which is 46 minus 10. Then I will be getting the passing marks, which is of 36. Is it clear? So, based on this concept, the 20 more marks he is secured in the sense, 20 we have to deduct from his total marks. Is it clear? Yes. Now, in case of this, both of them, whatever they have done, passing marks are equal. Due to this reason, can I equate the marks of these two persons? Yes. Next, what he is asking actually, find the maximum marks for the examination, which is M. So, we need to find the maximum marks for this examination. Okay. Just solve this equation. 70% M. Okay. Next, 40% M, if you shift this, minus 40% M. And keep this 40 as it is. Minus 25, shift this, it is plus 20. 40 plus 20 is 60. Then 70 minus 40 is how much? It is 30%. Then M. Okay. So, see, just try to understand, guys. It is 30% in the sense, it is 60 is equals to 30 upon 100 and M. Okay. So, 31s are, 32s are, which means 2 into 100 will be how much? It is 200. So, finally, we got the answer, which is maximum marks is what? 200 marks. Is it clear, guys? Okay. These type of the concepts they are asking in the exam. So, this is what are the today we have done. These are the basic questions, guys. Try to understand the concept so that whenever the questions based on these logics come across, right, you can solve it. Okay. Yes. I hope it is clear for everyone. Let's move on to the next. Yes. So, the next question for today's session is what? 10th one. Yes. In case of this, it is also based on the income. Okay, yes. Whenever it comes under the income, just always try to think of income is equals to expenditure plus savings. Okay, okay. Now try to analyze this question. Every month, Mr. Anil saves 30% of his monthly income. Okay, so in case of this, do we know what is actual income? We don't know. If I assume the total income is 100%. Okay, in this income, in this question, they are not spending. What this person is doing, he is saving his income by how much? It is 30%. Okay, Anil saves 30% of income. So in case of this, if 100% is the income, so savings is how much? 30%. If he save 30% in a sense, remaining 70% what he is doing? The remaining 70% what they have done? They have spent it. So they have spent it in the sense, can I take it as expenditure? Yes. Out of 100%, 30% is the saving in the sense, how much they have spent? They have spent 70%. Yes. Next, the expenditure on food is 20% of his total expenditure. Try to understand. Now, whatever the expenditure is there, whatever the person that Anil is spending, right? So, he is not spending for only one item. So, expenditure can be anything, right? So, in that expenditure, in the total expenditure, for the food purpose, how much percentage he is spending? 20%. Try to understand here. Whatever the 20% he is spending, it is not in not for all this expenditure, not for the total expenditure. Okay, in that expenditure, in that total expenditure, 20% he spent for food. Is it clear? Yes. Out of total expenditure, 20% he spent for food in the sense, remaining is how much? Remaining is 80%. Is it clear? Yes. Remaining is 80%. Now see, in case of this, 20% of 70 in the sense, it is how much? 14. Isn't it? 20% of 70. And try to understand, guys, whenever if I split in case of this, like this in the sense, now see, 100 I am splitting in terms of 30 and 70. If I add also, I will be getting 100. Is it clear? Yes. Next, try to understand this. If I am expanding 70%, so whatever if I expand also, I should get 70%, right? Now think here. So what happens here? It is 20 plus 80 in the sense I am getting 100. But how much I should get here? 70. If you are dividing 70 in the sense, if you expand, if you divide also, if you add up, you should get that 70, right? But you are not getting here. So why? Why? Because this 20% is of 70. Is it clear? Try to understand. 20% of 70. So just write down like this, 20% of 70. So percentage and 2 zeros will get cancelled. So 2 sevens are, it is how much? It is 14. Okay. Now if I assume this as 70, out of 70, 14 rupees according to me that the person is spending for food. Isn't it? Yes. Now if you want, you can take 80% of 70. Or else out of 70, you just deduct the 14, then you will be getting the remaining amount. Okay. So percentage, 0 zeros will cancel. So 8 sevens are, it is how much? 56. Do this way, or else out of 70, deduct this 14. 70 minus 14 is how much? 56. Now check, guys. 56 plus 14. So 56 plus 4 is 60. 60 plus 10 is how much? It is 70. So is it tallied, right? Yes. Now what are the new value we are getting? That we have to use further. Okay. Yes. Next. His total expenditure except his food is 16,800. Try to understand here. His total expenditure except food is how much they are saying according to the question. It is 16,800, which means we don't want this food item whatever he is spending. Now if I assume 70 rupees he is spending in the sense, out of 70, 14 rupees he spent for food items. Now how much is left? 56 item. This 56 rupees whatever is there, this is spent amount which is okay, whatever this 56 is there, right, it is a remaining amount, okay, which is spent for remaining items. Is it clear? So whatever this 56 is there, isn't it according to me? Yes. This 56, whatever the remaining is there, according to the question how much they have given, it is 16,800. Is it clear? Yes. Now, what is the question they are asking? What are his monthly savings? Try to understand. In this question, they are not asking about the total income. What they are saying, what are his monthly savings? Okay. So, in case of this, how much we have assumed as a savings? It is of 30%. That 30% only we have to calculate. Is it clear? If you want to take it as X or write down it as savings. Okay. Yes. Now, as you know, in previous classes already we have discussed this concept, right? Now 56, how much the 168? Okay, so isn't it the 3 times, guys? 56 3 times is 168. If not, you just check here. 3 6 are 18, 1 carry, 3 5 are 15. 15 plus 1 is how much? 16. So 56 3s are 168 and along with 2 zeros, which is nothing but 56 into 300 is how much? 16,800. So whatever you have multiplied, similarly you multiply here, which is 30 into 300 is how much? 9,000, which is nothing but whatever the income he is getting, in that income, how much amount he has saved. It is of 9,000 rupees. So the right option for this is what? Fourth option, okay, which is 9,000. Okay, see, this is also one of the pattern based on income. Okay, so try to analyze once again. Okay, so similarly, okay, so in today's session, whatever the concepts we have learned, based on that, just practice few more questions. Okay, so you can take the screenshot of the questions, guys. Yes, so this one question is related to income based. Try to, whatever the concept we have learned, right, just try to understand and practice based on that. Similarly, next question based on the marks. Okay, try to analyze the question and practice this. Okay, yes, yes, whatever the today's session, in today's session, whatever the concepts we have learned, just revise once again and based on that, practice the questions. Okay, so along with this practice questions, we'll see you in the next class. So whatever the homework I have given, please solve the questions and keep it ready. Okay, if you are not getting the exact answer also, please try it. Okay, if you try it, whenever I take the next class, right, in that you will, whatever the mistakes you are doing, it will be clear for you. Okay, so practice is must. Please practice whatever the questions I have given, that homework questions you please practice. See you in the next class with a few more concepts. Okay, thank you.